Dana Abercrombie, the Koalition. Thank you so much for joining, for being here and taking my questions. Season one was amazing. I just wanted to give you a hug because you've been through your character has been through so much in the
Yeah.
season. So when we get to season two, I was wondering, your main goal is to get to America, but it seems like you still have ties in London that's still keeping you there. What do you feel will be the driving force for this season to kind of get you to finally, if we go to, get to America, what will be that driving force just to keep you alive and to keep you functioning and focused?
Well, I think, thanks, first of all, for the hug. That's very kind. I think, you know, Alfred at this point is, he's got to be a bit more selfish, and it is a limited resource to just give yourself out to other people all the time, all the
Right.
time, all the time. So I think, he's got to look after his mum, and that's probably his main focus is his mum, who's obviously not in a good way because he shot his dad, which is awful. So looking after her with the help of Bazza and Dave Boy, and starting afresh and getting out of London, which is burning, as is
Right.
the whole of England, in the midst of this horrible civil war.
Right. Do you feel that from season one, with the mental kind of weight that you had to go through as a character, will that translate for season two? Will there be a lot of regrets, especially the fact that you shot your father? Will there be that kind of reflective period?
Yeah, I mean, I think the great thing about Pennyworth and is Alfred never really has that long to kind of sit and dwell on things because there's
Hmm.
something else going on. So, but yeah, I mean, he's carrying all of this with him. Season two takes place a year on, so he's had a bit of time, but you can't ever really get over what he's been through. So,
Right.
yeah, absolutely, he's definitely a weightier man than he was at the start of season one, for sure.
Right. Now, also with this season, we're getting a huge cast of characters. Not going to say everything, but we are getting Lucius Fox.
Yeah.
What was it like when you finally got the notice that all these characters are coming in, and you're finally getting the introduction of Lucius? How does that feel?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I mean, we've got Captain Gully Troy, James Purefoy's playing, and some great characters. But again, they're inventions of Bruno Heller's brilliant mind. So to learn that Lucius was coming in everyone was very, very excited. And he originally came in a little bit later, actually, but we reshot some stuff and managed to get him in earlier. And yeah, I mean, Simon Magnonda, who plays him, is a fantastic actor. And he sort of came with quite a lot of ideas of what he wanted, how he wanted Lucius to be, with sort of regards comic book incarnations and kind of images and stuff like that. So he had a lot of say with how he wanted him to look and the feel of the character. So I think people will be quite familiar, and it'll be, yeah, it's a brilliant portrayal.
Right. As an actor, if you could sit down with Alfred, what advice would you give him for this season?
I'd say don't worry so much. I know it's hard, but it wasn't your fault. Your dad dug his own grave. He made those decisions. You did what's right. You were trying to save, it was for the greater good. And just to sort of cheer up a bit, really.
Oh, that's a good one. And if you could describe season two in 3 words, what would you say?
I would say explosive, sexy, fun.
Ooh, I like that very much. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Thank you.